Here's Allen. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points in the sense that they look at positively. So we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Carry down for Jordan Howard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play action. Winston. Now he's forced out left. Now he'll throw deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Ready? Black 25. Come on, watch 10, watch 10. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
My 50, my 50. Even. Check 44, check 44.
They'll try to run it with Morris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Alfred Morris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive the end with a kick. Most of them wanted it with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive the end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's where you belong.
Coleman now. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gone!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Gerald Everett, 76 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned an inning in a house call. But he got into it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
5 on the 50.
On 1st and 10, Winston trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught at the 25. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets.
Let's go now.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The first down throw for Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. I got you.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Ready. White 25. Hey, sub. Let's go. Screen, triple C. Where's that?
Play fake. Winston. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
White.
On 1st and goal, Howard. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
57's the mic.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jordan Howard his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, because you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Houston. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Lock it 56. Lock it.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Hey, let's go, let's go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's go.
Again to Howard. Powerful running. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike's 54.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Howard, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now he bowls him over. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his... And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Gone! All right, now look at 56.
Now Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's. Hey, sub. Let's go. Rip right.
Following the interception, Winston. He finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
This is Howard taken down, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Follow.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will get the lead up to 14. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Allen. Dancing to his left. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go now. 3:19.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
And the Jets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Blue ready. Hey, sub.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston.
Pick it up.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready. Blue ready. Watch the safety. Where we go?
They go with Howard again. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. Blue ready.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He leads this one for Howard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Easy. Hey, let's go. It's time to play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script on those?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gain, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough...
Allen hit. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Allen. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And that takes us from second to third down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3. Ready?
They pitch out to Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's go.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Alert 3.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Right there.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
5-0. Hey, we go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Get him, boy.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now out comes Houston. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Texans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Cliff Averill in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Hey, watch Sam, check Mike.
One final try here for Allen. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Tight left. We got three, fellas. We got it.
They run again with Jackson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Alert! Ready! Flag! What is that? Check three!
On 3rd down. That's Morris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Time for a break. This one all over with the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw on 2nd down, Allen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He's going to let it. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall to 8-6 with the loss.